Man, my phone does not like it when I change screen directions. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see what triggers that. Okay, I got it. If I go all the way, when I'm scrolling through your cameras to see everyone, if I go too far to one side, it automatically switches it to mute. I didn't realize that was happening. Thank you for the heads up. You guys are set that you can turn off your mutes at any time. If you guys have anything you want to say as well, or kick them on, doesn't matter either way. It's a small enough class that we should be good to go on these. I think it's time. All right, let's do this, guys. Everybody, come to attention and say, sir. There. And battle 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, come on. I'm used to doing the quarter turn. That's not going to happen today, apparently. For class, before we kick off, the first thing I'm going to start with is our life skill. Life skill this month is on confidence. I mentioned there are three ways you show confidence today. Number one is eye contact. So when you're talking to somebody, make sure you look them in the eyes. The second way you show your confidence is by making sure that you are using the correct tone when talking to people. And the third way that you show confidence is in your body language, standing up tall, unless you are trying to stay low enough that the camera can keep you in frame. But either way, notice that I don't hunch to talk to you. I drop out to my stance because your back being straight is important as far as demonstrating your confidence. The theme this week is that if you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. If you ask the wrong questions, you get the wrong answers. There was advanced belts. You may have heard me tell this story before. There was a guy who had a barber shop. Actually, I'm going to tie it in after we're stretching. That way we can double up on what we're doing. Let's do some warm-ups first. Give me 10 jumping jacks as a team. Ready, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. All right, put your hands up in front of you just like that. Give me right leg behind you. Give me 30 seconds on snap kicks. Ready and begin. So start pumping those kicks out and back. Keep going. You're gonna get those legs moving. Keep going. Keep going. Come back so I can watch you guys as you're going. Keep on rocking them. Good, Bella. Keep those hands up. It's all right, Turba. Good up and off. Murphy's, you're so fast, your screen froze. Oh, you're back now. Okay. Mary, you're in sync with your mom. That's awesome, sir. Keep going. Our other leg, same thing. Ready and begin. 30 seconds. So switch them out and start going. Watch the other leg. Keep going. Back and forth. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. 30 seconds. Out and back. Out and back. 10 more seconds left. Almost there. All right, in time. Now give me some high knees. Pick them all the way up.
Back up and do it right.
I don't know if you guys heard yet, however, June 10th, we have all been grounded until June 10th. I like to think of myself as being a fantastic child when I was growing up. I was never grounded growing up. And that said, I guess I'm not catching up for anything maybe I got away with that I shouldn't have done when I was a kid. Now, legs straight. You're going to lean forward, stretch out those hamstrings. Reach just to one leg. I mentioned during the pre-block class earlier today, I reached the other leg that I'd like to maybe do some of these Zoom calls, even once the quarantine is over, that we're back into action, that we'll try to do some Zoom calls every week, just so that I can, just so that anyone that can't make it to class, if you guys have something come up, you get sick, you can still keep track of the material. All right, now what I want you to do is this, hands up, just go back and forth like this. So my story is this. There was a barber, and the barber, he was the only barber in town. Everyone went to him. Twist side to side. Well, eventually a new place opens up. Nice new shiny building. Says we do $5 haircuts. And at first he didn't think much about it. He thought, nah, I won't lose my customers. They're loyal to me. And eventually some of his people started going away. All right, big circles down. Well, he tells his son, who's off at college, says, son comes into town. He says, I'm gonna have to close up shop. I've lost too many customers. I'm not making enough money anymore. The son says, give me a week, I'll fix it. He goes out and does something. Sure enough, a week goes by, people start coming back in. And the dad asks, he says, what'd you do? All right, now put your hands out, grab your arm, and just pull it tight so you stretch out that shoulder there. So he asks the son, he says, what'd you do? And the son says, go down the street, check out this intersection, you'll see a billboard. Well, the son goes and sees the billboard, other arm, and the billboard says, we fix $5 haircuts. And the point is this, a lot of times, if you have a problem, if you focus on the solution, you will find solutions. If you just focus on complaining about the problem, you will find lots of different ways to complain about the same problem. So part of having confidence means the same thing. You don't think about why you can't do something. You think about ways you can improve it. All right, let's continue. So here's what we got today. We're working on universal number 3. So I want to do one time. We're going to do universal 1 and 2 to lead us into 3. Let me see what kind of belts we got in class today. Miss Murphy and Austin, you guys, what color are you guys? You're purple now, right? Purple? Okay. Yeah. So that means you would have seen green, blue, you would have seen 1, 2, and 3 over the last couple rotations. Belle, you've seen these. Miss Fortney, you would have seen these done. Our turbo, I know you guys have seen these. Good. Mr. Greenway, I know you got these. Mr. Patrick, good on these. We're good. Yeah, let's do one time. So one time we're gonna go 1 through 3, and then we're gonna build off of that. I muted myself again. Bear with me. All right, let's do it. Everyone face. So I'm gonna face the same direction as you. So it's just like you're in class behind me as we go through the moves. Quick question for you guys. Would it be easier if I had the camera? It might be too backlit. I was thinking about putting the camera like over by the mirrors, having it angle off the mirrors so you'd see me, but then you see my reflection in the mirrors. Well, that might be too confusing. For right now, let's do it facing the blue wall like we normally do, and then we'll try to change it up. I want feedback from you guys on what ways are easiest to learn for you, though, so I can kind of build off of these. Here we go. Facing this way, feet together, hands at your sides. Announce your form, universals 1 through 3. Left foot steps out, ready position. From here, you step out, left side guard, hands come up. Left hand does a jab. Right hand does a cross. Your right leg does a snap kick, and you pull it back. Good, Ryan, that's it. Change your guard to the other side. Same thing. Take your right hand, that's it, I'll do a jab. Left hand does a cross. Left leg does a snap kick, and you pull it back. Universal number 2, you put your left side guard to the camera. So we're all looking the same way now. From here, you're gonna shuffle up, and your left leg does a flip kick, close leg to the camera. You take your hand that's closest to the camera, you do a back fist. Take your hand that's farthest from the camera, do a reverse punch, your right hand, and your right leg does a roundhouse kick, comes around. Land in a horse stance and right hand chop. From here, we step back, and your left hand does a high block. You step back, and your right hand does an outside block. You step back, your left hand does a low block. Right hand does a punch, boom, and then double punch. From there, this is where universal 3 starts. This is what we're working on today. Number 3, we are in a right side guard to here. Now, I'm in an advanced guard. You could do this from a basic guard or an advanced guard. The only difference, let me mirror you on this for a second. If your guard is to this side of the camera, to your right, one hand comes down by your body, other hand comes up by your face. This is an advanced guard. This makes it, called a sneeze come. Learn to try to hold them in just so I don't spread any germs for you guys. I know it's virtual, but still the principle. So if I have this hand down to protect the body, this hand protecting the face. So if someone throws a punch up high, I come here. They throw a punch or a strike down here, I come across. In a basic guard, it's reversed. If they throw a punch to my face, I put this hand up to protect my face. If they throw something to the body, this hand can come in and protect the body. So from the advanced guard, I'm going to mirror you on this for a second. Our hands are up with your right hand to this wall over here. You're going to do a back fist. Your right leg does a side kick. You change guard to this side. You do a back fist with your left hand. You do a side kick with your left foot. you're going to look. Now, don't move. Let me turn around so I'm facing the same direction as you guys right now. So we're all facing this way right now. You look over your right shoulder, and your right leg does a back kick behind you, so away from the camera. Do a back kick away from the camera. Land and put your left side guard up towards the camera. So your hand that's up by your face should be close to me in the camera. So put the hand up to the camera. From here, we're going to take our left hand, the hand that's closest, is going to do a cross chop. Our right hand, that's it, up, is going to do a ridge hand. Good, Arturo. Step in with a knee elbow block. And land, that's it, Bella, with a right hand cross chop and a left hand ridge hand. You do 2 punches, right, left, and then you finish by changing guard to the wall behind you. So now you're looking at the wall behind the camera. And that's number 3. Let's do that again. So I'm going to call them out as we go through them one more time as a team. And then I'm going to call them out as I watch you guys to make sure you are doing well on it. So from here, I'll face the same way again. We're here. Left foot steps out. We're in our ready position. I would announce my form, universal 3. I put my right side guard up. So put your guard up to the right side. Take your right hand, back fist. Right leg, shuffle up with a side kick. Change your guard. Left hand, back fist. Shuffle up, left leg does a side kick. Land, look over your right shoulder behind you, and your right leg does a back kick, boom, to the back. You land in the left side guard. So your guard is up towards the camera right now with your left hand close to the camera, or close to my side. Take your left hand, do a cross chop. You should be no horse stance here. Take your right hand, do a ridge hand. Step into a knee elbow block, land, and then you repeat. Right hand does a cross chop, left hand does a ridge hand, and then you do 2 punches. Right, left, turn to your left side until you're in a left side guard to the back wall. Okay, one more time. I want to do just the first piece and give you something to focus on for detail so I can watch you guys on it. So the first piece one more time is this. You're in a right side guard. You're going to go back fist, shuffle up, feet together, right leg does a side kick. Make sure you rechamber it, put it down. Change guard. Repeat. Back fist. Shuffle up, feet together, left leg does a side kick. Land. Look over your right shoulder behind you and do a back kick with your right leg. And all I want you to do is land with your left side guard back in the camera. Do just that first half. One more time. We're here, guards up, back fist, right leg side kick. Change guard, back fist, left leg side kick. Look over your right shoulder, right leg back kick, land left side guard to the camera. Okay. Try that. Let me come through and watch you guys on my camera as well. Let's see what you got. Everyone put that guard up. So right side guard goes up to the side. Here we go. Back fist. And side kick. Good. Change guard. Back fist. And side kick. Good. Look over your right shoulder and do a back kick behind you. Ready, go. Perfect. Nicely done, everyone. Very good. Okay, let's have the next piece since you got that first piece down. You're going to keep your guard up to the camera. Let me pull this over to this side so I can see you guys while I'm talking to you as well. Okay, so with your left side guard up to the camera, the next part is you're going to take your closed hand, do a cross chop to the camera. Ready, go. So cross chop with your left hand. And then your back hand does a ridge hand. So bring it around, go ridge hand. And then do a knee elbow block. You put your elbow against your knee, step into it, and then you repeat cross chop, ridge hand. Good, and then double punch. Good, and then you're gonna turn to your left to put your guard up to the back wall. Very good, everyone, nicely done. Okay, so that's universal 3. Do you guys have any questions on that? No. I'm gonna pull my moderator thing so I can mute everybody as well. Done, okay. All right, so. Yes, shoot.
One question.
Sure, shoot, Mel.
turn? Like, which way would you turn? Like when you're turning?
At on the very last turn, when you get to the last piece, you should put your right side guard up to the camera. So there, yes, ma'am. Good. Okay, so from there, the way that your front hand is up, your hand is closest to me. Point your finger in front of your nose, like give yourself a mustache. That's the direction you're gonna spin. So the close hand, if you give yourself a little pretend mustache, that's the way. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna spin to your left. That makes sense. You just turn that, and that's how you get your left side guard to the back wall. That sets you up for universal number 4, which is next rotations as well. Now, I'd like to probably, I have videos on these of just me going through them step by step. I will try to take one of those videos and post it on the Black Belt program page as a refresher for you guys, so you have something to work with that is just the video rather than doing it through class 2. Let's go on to some escrima sticks. If you guys have your sticks, grab your escrima sticks. If you do not, that is okay. You can do open hand as well. Give me a second to grab mine.
I was there if he said a pencil because I was trying to help the volume a little bit.
I'm going to take you guys on a little walk with me again to this side of the floor. All right. I think for this, it'll be easier for me to rotate you guys. There we go. All right, we're good. Let's do this. So you guys have you guys have a escrima count number 6. I'm going to mute you guys for this part, but you can. I just realized that this camera I'm talking to you through is also a participant, so I muted myself. You can unmute it at any time if you have any questions. Take both sticks. To start, I am going to mirror you, which means you are going to do exactly what you see me doing with the same side of the body. So if we're here, everyone take your, if you're facing the camera, you're going to hold the hand that is on this side of the camera, which should be your right hand. Hold, Belle, you're going to face the camera. You go. So pick up this hand on this side. Not sure why it's stuck on just your screen. I want to see everybody. There we go. Okay, good, good. Everyone's good. So from there, you're going to take your other hand, put it underneath your body just like that, underneath your arm. So we're going to mirror this together. So from here, the first thing for 6 count, our top hand, the one that's up, goes high 5 like that, and you give yourself a hug because we did so good. Our other hand does a low 5, and we make a muscle to show off. Our top hand that was hugging us, we hit one last time, and we bounce back. That was 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, and 6 is the same thing. We take our top hand, we go high 5, and give ourselves a hug for doing good. That's 4. 5 is low 5, show off your muscles because we want to go to the beach. And then bounce and back. So that was 4, 5, and 6. Let's do it again. So 1 is high 5 and pull it across. 2 is low 5 and then make a muscle with it. 3 is bounce and back under your arm. And then we repeat on this side. So we go high 5 and give yourself a hug. Low 5, make that muscle, and then bounce and back. Now, this is the beginning. Now, don't move for 1 second. Stay where you guys are. I'm going to switch. You stay there, and I'm going to do it with you. So imagine I'm swinging my stick to you. You have to try to hit my stick. So take your right hand, which is on this side of the screen, and hit me high. Give me a high 5, and then wrap yourself in a hug. Good. Take your other hand. Your left hand is going to give me a low 5, and then you're going to make a muscle. And then you're going to hit me with a high 5, and you're going to bounce it back. Now we're going to repeat. Your right hand, which should be on this side, should be up. Your right hand is going to hit my stick as it comes across. High 5, pull it through. Low 5, make a muscle, and then hit and bounce it back, just like that. What I'd like you to try is this. Let's see here. So most of you guys, half you guys, have somebody to work with. If you are able to, try it with a teammate a couple times. I want you to try that once or twice back and forth. I just realized, right there, try it a couple times. If you're doing it without a partner, just do it to the air. Bella, yes, let me unmute you. Bella, yes, ma'am.
I only have the one set of sticks, so I can't really do with a partner.
You would be able to do it with high fives if you wanted, Bella, or you can just do it to the air. Either's fine. So you could do high fives with a teammate, or you could do it to the air. Either's okay. What should you prefer? All right, keep on rocking it. Let's see. Abhinav, looking sharp, sir. Good as well, Arturva. You guys are sharp, but you're going so fast it's hard to see. Slow it down just a little so I can actually see it. You have too much ninja skills. Good. Okay. There you go. Yes, sir. It's good, guys. Keep them going. Let's see. All right, I'm going to give you guys on the clock. I'm going to give you guys another minute on that. Keep going a couple more times. Good. Oh, Bella, for that, just do open hands rather than having her hand hit your stick. So put your sticks down and just do high fives and low fives. It'll make it easier on these. Oh, Ryan, if you guys both have sticks, you guys can both do it with sticks together. That's fine. Bella just didn't, her sister didn't have sticks. Good, Arturva. Smooth. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. I've got a special, most of you guys are Masters Club. Most of you guys are Masters. I have a special guest that I'm hoping can come, to Masters Club tonight. He's a Marine martial arts instructor who also works with a friend of mine at a karate school. And I'm going to follow up and see if he is coming to join us, because I really hope he does. His name is Mr. Dees. How do you feel on that so far, Austin? You feel pretty good, buddy? Can I unmute you from here? I can't unmute from here. Ms. Murphy, you look like you're doing it right. You feel pretty good on it so far? Austin, can you, okay, thank you, man. As soon as I said it, Austin goes, whoop, right in front of your camera. Thank you, just making sure. All right. That's right. Ms. Forty, that looks good. I think you guys are looking good on it so far. Oh, let's see. All right, let's continue on. So we've got, so I can pull up all your screens again. You've got your 6 count now. Oh, good Lord, guys. I don't know if I can teach this. There's a mirroring version of 6 count. How do I do that on video? Good Lord. I don't know that I can teach. I know that I can. I can do all things. I can do all things. The crisis strength is me. I don't know how to do it with this though. Give me a second to think. So the mirroring version on 6 count, if I was doing a regular 6 count with you, let me drop that. Actually, let me lift my camera up so I'm not in a split the whole class with you guys. Let's try right there. All right, right there. Perfect. So watch. Here's 6 count. 6 count is high, across, low, across, bounce back, high, across, low, across, bounce back. If I was mirroring you, now this is from, the camera's slightly backwards, so imagine I'm doing it to you. If you were doing regular 6 count, when you swung high and across, I would use the same side. So everyone, you guys set up, set up with your right hand up and your left hand underneath like this. Don't move for 1 second, stay right there. I'm gonna walk through this where I'm doing mirroring and you're gonna do regular. This is not required right now. Adults, later on, I'll have this required for you, but until I can actually physically do it with you, I'm not gonna require this of you based on video until I feel confident teaching it. But confidence is a muscle, so I'll build this muscle by practicing. So you're here, right? You're on this side. This is your right hand, this is your left hand. I'm flipped from you. When you take your right hand and hit high across, I'm gonna take my left hand. So everyone swing your right hand high and across. I take my low hand, I hit it high, and I bring it up to my muscle. When you take your left hand and you hit low and across, I take my muscle, I swing, and I hit low and across. And I give myself a hug. When you hit your, I have to look at you guys to figure it out. When you use your, thank you, when you use your right hand to swing high, I'm gonna use this one, I'm gonna bounce, and I just go right back to where I was. So now we have to, you guys go into your arm. Now we have to reverse it. So now you're gonna take your right hand, no, your left hand is gonna swing high and across, and I'm gonna hit high and across. I make muscle. You're gonna take your other hand, you're gonna hit low and across. I'll take my muscle and hit low, and I'm gonna wrap it underneath just like that. And then from there, I'm gonna take this hand, you're gonna take your other hand, you're gonna bounce, there, your hug, and it goes back. And that is the mirroring version. Now, I'm so torn. The whole isolation thing, I really wanted to have either Mrs. Newman or Mr. Stafford here today so I could physically go through this with them to make it easier on the video camera. But I also want to make sure I'm setting the best example for you guys as to doing the social isolation thing as well. Maybe next time I'll wear an oxygen mask and have Mr. Stafford or Ms. Newman come in as well, so that we're both fully like scubaed up as far as gear on this. Bella, yes ma'am. Hang on, let me unmute you. Yes ma'am, Bella.
So would we do like this thing, would we do regular 6 count, or would we like just like basically do the same thing as you, except the opposite way?
Okay, so regular 6 count is all you need. Mirroring means that your teammate is using whichever hand you're using. So in regular 6 count, if I'm facing you, now you guys don't have to write your 6 for a second, if I'm facing you, if I have this hand up and this hand here, let's just say regular 4 count. 4 count's easier to comprehend because you guys have all seen 4. So regular 4 count, when I swing high like this, you would swing and you'd meet me here. When I swing low, you'd meet me there. And then vice versa. There, if I'm using my left hand, your left hand's over on this side of the screen and it's coming this way. And then left again. Mirroring just means that if you pick up one of your hands, so Bella, pick up your right hand. Hold your right hand up. If you were to take your right hand that's on this side of my screen, going this way, I would take my hand on the same side of the screen, but I'd have to go this way to hit your hand. Imagine I'm trying to give you a high five on the camera. That makes sense? Just like that. Thank you for the sound effect. So I'm swinging this way while you're swinging that way. It's the same thing with the 6 count. Whichever side of your body you're using, I have to pretend like I'm in the mirror and I have to use the same side of the body going the opposite way. So it's more challenging. Mirroring, for all of you guys who have done mirroring is confusing as it is, let alone try to do it through video. Holy bananas, it's another level of skill. I feel like I should give you guys like some kind of bonus awesomeness stripe if you figure out how to do if you guys can do the mirroring version of 6 count. I will try to shoot, I might have videos a long time ago when we were allowed to congregate in groups. I think I have videos shot of me doing that with somebody. I'll see if I can find that and throw that up on the page, just so you have something to work with on that as well. Just remember though, your main 2 things this rotation are your universal number 3 and your escrima 6 count, doing as a team. The beginner class for this week, they are going to be working on, just to show you, give me 1 second. You don't need to grab nunchucks, but beginner class is working on going hip, hip, shoulder, figure 8, down and switch, and then again, hip, hip, shoulder, figure 8, down and switch. They do that 4 times. That's the 3rd time. After the 4th switch, they switch it, they bring it up, they punch catch, and then they bow out. That's going to be the beginner blue stripe for black belt program. Beginner basics right now, they have 3 hand techniques. They have a cross chop coming off of whichever hand's forward. They have a ridge hand, which are both in your universal number 3. And they also have a hammer fist, a cross hammer fist, which is coming this way. In my, how am I on time? I'm good. When I first started martial arts, I thought, oh yeah, if I had to punch somebody, I want to punch them. But realistically, as far as self-defense goes, if you punch somebody with your knuckles, you might hit them as hard as you can, boom, and then you drop because it hurts so much. Because if you hit with your knuckles, it's going to hurt. So instead, if you hit with a hammer fist, the squishy part of the hand, it makes it easier. That's why when we do board breaking, I've never let you guys break a board with your knuckles. I always want you to break it with that squishy part of your hand to make it easier for you, just to make it safer so you don't end up hurting yourself in the process. Our term, oh man, yes, sir.
Is the palm the squishy part too?
Yes, sir. Good question. So you can use this part of the palm as well for striking. It'll let you hit with that part as well. Now you don't have as much power. This hits harder than this does. And the reason is if your fist is tight, it transfers more power when you hit it. It's like if I swung my nunchucks here. One is foam on the outside and hollow in the middle. The other one is solid wood all the way around. The solid wood is going to hit harder because it's more solid. Now, if you did a fist, if your hand's open, it's like the hollow padded one. It'll still hit, and this would still hurt. I don't want to get hit by this, but it wouldn't hurt as much as this, which is the same as closing your fist. Now it's tighter, so it transfers more power. They even, I'll show you something I learned from a Hapkido stylist in martial arts. In Hapkido, one of the things they do is called an axe hand. When they do their hammer fist like this, they will raise that last knuckle on the pinky knuckle. They try to raise that knuckle up on purpose because here, I don't know if you guys can see the curvature of my knuckle right there. It kind of curves around. Whereas if you do it like that, it makes it so it lines up a little bit straighter, an axe hand. And on the axe hand, when you hit like that, it's a little bit more solid hitting with an axe hand than it is hitting with that rounded knuckle. Both are right, both powerful. But that gives you just a little boop, just that little bump gives you a little boost as far as how much is going to transfer. The first time I learned it, he looked at me. His name is Mr. Yates, Scott Yates, Master Yates. Master Yates says, here, I'll demonstrate. He comes up to me. I'm in a group of people. It was at a huge martial arts conference. There were probably, I don't know, close to 500,000 martial artists there. And it was an intensive 1-hour seminar back to back to back to back with like so many different styles. And so we did ground grappling for 1 hour. Then we did Taekwondo for an hour. Then we did a boxing for 1 hour. Then it was just one thing after the next. Well, when we got to his seminar, he pulls me out of the group and he says, here, just stand here for a second. And he says, I'm going to show you guys the difference between hitting with a hammer fist on the chest versus hitting with an axe hand on the chest. And he asked my permission. He said, I'm going to hit you here in the chest. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And he looks at me and says, you don't have any heart issues, do you? I thought, well, what does that mean? That was a little concerning at first to have massive heart issues. But you could feel a significant difference between getting hit with that versus that. It just, the way he hit, it transferred a little bit more power. There's so many little things in the martial arts that they only make you that much stronger. But when you add 4, 5, 6 of them together, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes a huge difference. Now, what I want to do is this. I want to wrap up this call now. Let me do announcements real quick, and then I'm going to close it out so I have time to load up for our Masters Club students as well, which is on, I don't know, is it on I think it's a different line than this one. I need to double check. Zach, I'm sorry, I didn't see you sneak in, man. It's good to see you. What was I going to tell you? Zach, I had an announcement. What was it, buddy? I don't remember either. I remember now. So the announcement this Saturday, for any of you guys that are up for it, we're going to be doing a virtual Zoom sparring tournament. And when I first heard somebody mention it. I was like, what does that mean? I'm going to be doing we're going to team up. We'll have groups of competitors. And then as I go through the list, I'll pick you and one other person. You'll spar, and I'll have both of you go at the same time. I'll say, ready, go. You'll throw one of 3 moves to the camera, not to each other because you won't be with each other. You'll throw one of 3 moves to the camera. And when you throw that move to the camera, I will see who does the one that would have win of the 3. I'll pick 3 moves, and we'll play it like rock, paper, scissors, where if this move beats this move, this one beats this one beats this one. So that no matter what, one of them beats the other one. So I think it's going to be fun. Whoever wins the tournament, I'm going to have I have a handful of extra hoodies and shirts and hats and other stuff. And I don't have everything in stock, but I do have at least one of each thing, but not all sizes. So it'll be kind of a Cinderella slipper situation where if you win, I'll show you my inventory sheet, and whoever the winner is gets to pick, if you win the tournament, whoever wins the tournament gets to pick one thing off my list, and you can take whatever piece of swag that I've got here. You'll be good to go. I'm hoping to get some other free stuff for you guys to win too. As soon as I know what that is, I'll load it up. I have a couple other ideas for just fun activities. That will be Saturday at 11 a.m. though, is the goal. The rest of this week though, we have class coming up on Wednesday. We'll be at 1 o'clock as a group class for all levels. On Friday will be 6 o'clock group class. Saturday is the tournament. And then next week we start off fresh again. I don't know if the times will be exactly the same next week. It'll either be the exact same as what we did today, or I might snug them up a little bit more where they are right now. There's a 15-minute gap between classes. I might shrink them down just a little bit so it's like a 5-minute gap in moving classes.
You were on the couch the whole time.
Is that a question, Bella?
No, sir.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys soon. Let me stop recording.